What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cover Price Top 10 show. It is the first one for the month of November because it's November 3rd already, guys. November is going to come and go. Then we're in the Christmas season. I am so excited for that, too. Not so much the present side when it comes to my kids because, God, man, like they need enough. We got enough toys here. But, anyways, welcome in. Obviously, the top 10. We're going through this with the homies. We've got my brother Izzy here. And of course, we got Travis. What's going on, boys?
I guess I go, right? Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, you failed to mention Thanksgiving. And congratulations. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did the Blue Jays lose? My bad.
You want to see me with a heel turn? I'll pull a heel turn. In wrestling terms, we call this a heel turn. You ready, boys? You ready? Oh, I did that.
Dude, man, that's a
I
fighting
did
chance
that.
over there, man.
I did that, guys. Listen, I'm from Montreal, man.
That is like you just have a trash can full of bad hats over there or something, dude.
Stop it.
Oh,
Hey, no, the one he's currently wearing is a great hat, man.
it's honestly more acceptable than the Dodgers. Honestly, more acceptable. Sorry for all the Dodgers fans. I'm a bitter Braves fan, so you guys can all just forget about it.
But jokes aside, guys, that was very intense, man. Game 6, Game 7. I'm barely even close to invested in baseball, but man, I was glued to the TV. You saw that ball get stuck, right? You saw that one get stuck. Wow, that was nuts.
This is a World Series that they will make documentaries about.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then Game 7, Kirk gets up to the plate, hits the bat, breaks. What was going on? What was going on?
It was epic. It was one of the most epic ones I remember seeing ever. And yeah, definitely. I heard a story. I think it was Game 3 or Game 4, the one that went really, really, really late. That's a great comment. The one that the one that went really late into the night. Somebody I know, their kids were getting into baseball, and they said, "Dad, can we stay up tonight to finish the game?" And he was like, "All right, yeah, sure, whatever." That was in the first inning, and he let them stay up for the entirety of the game until like 2:30, 3 a.m. And he said they were feeling like they were flying high, man. They felt like they broke all the rules that night.
Yep.
That was literally 2 games.
Yeah, literally 6 and 7 were just wild, absolute madness. But speaking wild, guys, tonight's list, oh man, it's a very juicy one. A good mix of stuff, but it's always awesome to see some of these more, modern books making their way, recent releases. I'm a bit petrified because last week they had played Muppets Baby backstage for myself. I had Izzy singing that, and then it stayed in my head. Will we have that return this week? We shall see. But let's kick off the top 10 show. Of course, we're gathering all the data, bringing you, the trending sales over on the aftermarket, looking at prices, etc. And we're going to kick it off actually with the runner-up. So for tonight, the first runner-up and only runner-up we're going to talk about. Travis, what do we got?
Oh, one that we've seen quite a bit lately. Hello Halloween #1, the Flops Glow in the Dark Virgin variant. This is the Boom Direct Reserve, limited to 300. Still kicking on the aftermarket. Flops is having a moment right now, and it is a well-deserved one. This book is sold out on the website, so you're not getting it from there. We did track 9 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 40% with a high sell of $140 for a raw near mint copy. Good news is we're tracking a current fair market value of this book around $119, so you can get it. Maybe if you're patient, you can probably get a little bit lower. But overall, we've talked about this book. I believe this is an unbelievable cover. I love everything that Flops is doing now. I love the color palette Flops is using. Yep. Just it has such a vintage look to it, and it's just it hits all the right notes for me.
Yep. I totally agree. We talked about this. This is like the 3rd week we talk about this book already.
Oh yeah,
it's still glowing even after Halloween. It's still over. It's still here. Obviously, it's a runner-up now, but raw near mint value of $140. 300 copies exist in existence right now that we know of. Yeah, man, Flops is killing it. Until that next Flops book comes out, this one will probably be there for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen what this looks like when it is full glow in the dark, man. I feel like all the right spots glow on this one when it's a just, in pure glow in the dark mode. Look at that. Okay, I just want to show
It's
you guys
wild.
how good is that, dude. Like, she's all lit up. You got the head, you got everything happening in the background, the chains that are hanging. It looks so good as a glow in the dark. I'm so mad I missed out on this, man. This absolutely sold out so fast. People were, on the website. I saw that they were announcing. Boom was saying that like this pretty much crashed the site really fast,
Yeah.
and wild to see, man. It's such a nice cover. I love everything Flops is doing. You guys have heard me talk about it for the last 2 weeks. How I love the work. Would love to see interiors. I actually I was talking to Flops, and he told me something that I giggled because I'm like, dude, I said it on the show. You should totally be doing interiors. I would love that. He's like, man, I am too slow to do interiors. Like, forget about it. I'm not doing that. But let's enjoy what we're getting cover wise because man, he's absolutely killing it, man. Flops is on fire, guys. Tonight's runner up, we've got Hello Halloween #1, the Flops cover, which was a glow in the dark virgin variant by Boom Direct Reserve over on the website. It was limited to 300 copies and had a top sale for around near mint at $140. 7-day growth trend right here of 40%. All right, Izzy. Oh man, he's gonna kick it off. He's gonna kick it off with a bang. What do we got at number 10?
It is time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets tonight again.
Oh,
Venom 250, the Nick Bradshaw Muppet variant. Of course, he's back. A CGC 9.8 went on sale for $150. We tracked 18 copies. It's just a fantastic homage to Jazz Hands, as we mentioned. 70th anniversary, and the Muppets are getting a Disney TV special coming up. So we have a growth of just 1% because $150 and an average raw fair market value of $27. So I figured might as well give you guys the Muppet song rather than Muppet Babies because that's what this is, man.
Yep. Are you gonna sing it for us?
I almost forgot. You
forgot the Jazz Hands there.
Forgot.
All right.
Yeah. No, dude, I love this. This is great. I'm glad that it hung around. It always bums me to see a book go all the way to #1 and then immediately fall off the list completely. So, I like to see the staying power of any book, especially one that is built, homages the Muppets. Well, it doesn't homage the Muppet, but homages Secret Wars 8 with the Muppets. So, I did talk about, some of the cool stuff going on in the background of this and how they had, we talked about Sam Eagle being Captain America and just all of the really cool little details of this. And I think that it makes just for a wonderful homage. I mean, just all these rich characters, these wonderful characters that we've had for so many years, and just really excited to see this book still be hanging around this week.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't want to see a book go from first to completely off the list. It did go from first to last on this list, which
that's because we got some new ones.
Shout out to my emo kids from first.
Yes, I was just gonna say shout out to the emos. You know what we're talking about, but yeah, man, dude, look, it's such an amazing book, and the price. The reason why I'm saying it's amazing is because this was available for cover price. It came out. It was just a regular $4.99 book when it dropped, and here we are looking at CGC 9.8s at $150. Very impressive, man. That's a win. That is a win if you pick this up. Sorry,
that was someone thinking forward. That was a forward thinker right there.
Well,
because they got the book, they immediately sent it to CGC. They got it fast track, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and they got it $150.
Absolutely. But one thing I will say, man, is you're going to see tonight, guys. We're going to talk some more Muppet covers that homage other books throughout time. And they're doing very well on the aftermarket. People are eating these up. And I'm only starting to think now, well, we just had Toy Story do the same thing, homage covers as well. And in the past, we've had other Disney covers that did very well. So we'll see how those hold. But it's very impressive to see. Like I said, it's amazing because, this was a $4.99 book, I'm going to say. And, or actually, wait, Venom 250, I think, was a bit more, but whatever.
But it was open ordered. It was an open ordered book. It was just.
Exactly.
Anybody could have just picked it up in the shop. But to be fair, it was an open order book, but it wasn't as demand. People didn't think about it. Like
Nope.
I literally walked away from this book saying I was going to come pick it up another day, and
Yeah.
I was dead wrong.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I ended up paying a little bit more. I still got it while the getting was good. So I only had to pay like I think a couple dollars more than cover, which was fine. I'm good with that because I really wanted the book. But yeah, I did not see this coming. Really, I'm so glad it did because who deserves it more? But I certainly did not see the pop behind this coming, and it's been a very pleasant surprise for sure.
I don't think anybody saw this coming, and look at where we're at now. Because number 10, guys, we have Venom 250, the Nick Bradshaw Muppets variant, with a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $150, 7-day trend of 1%. All right, what do we got up next at number 9? Izzy, take it away.
Or do you mean Travis?
Oh, I gotta have this one, guys. All right, yeah. Oh, number 9, we got Absolute Batman number 1. This is the Nick Dragotta regular cover A. We got a top sale, a high graded sale of $207 for a CGC 9.8. So this book continues to tick up. 7-day growth trend of 11%. Let's talk about Absolute Batman. The book is continuing to kind of pace sales. It is continuing to be one of the most popular titles out right now. People are continuing to drop into this series. I feel like it's continuing to get new readers. I know there are the existing readers have stayed here, but I think with the recent annual, we're seeing more attention back on the book again. It always seems to do something. It seems like every couple of months, you'll get a couple releases, and then Absolute Batman will do something big in an issue, and all of a sudden the drive is right back there. And they're really good about reeling people back in. And so the attention is the hype is big. We got the new annual, we got some stuff happening, obviously. And it's just continuing to kind of be this machine every month, right? It's continuing to kind of draw people in. And so 7-day growth trend of 11%. We are seeing about a current raw near mint fair market value of $80 for those of you who scooped this up in droves when it came out. So happy holidays.
I'll be amazed. $80 for a book that has that many copies is insane.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
such demand.
The demand for this book is high. The book's what? It's now well over a year old.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a book that's $80 that was probably the highest selling book of last year. This book by itself, right? It had the highest number of copies out there. So,
dude,
this is one of those situations where I'm like, cool off for this one, guys. Cool off. I think $200 for a 9.8 is fine, but I think $80 for near mint probably a little too high in my opinion.
I can see it. Yeah.
When you gather all the prints for this one, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a first print, second print, third print. Was there a fourth print? Yeah, there was a fourth print.
There's a lot of printings. We're at that point that we lost count.
Oh yeah, I think it's gone bonkers. Like
easily. I think Jay Lee was the fourth print, if I'm not mistaken, or was it
no? I think we're higher now. I think
we're higher than 4 now. Yeah, for sure.
I think we're almost at 10 now.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, no, not 10. No, it can't be 10. Come on, really?
I think we could be on 10 now, bro.
It wouldn't surprise me, but either way, man, I know that like the first print, man, I think it hit somewhere around like 250. 250,000 copies off of pre-order, man. So like there's a lot of copies out there, and seeing that still, even with that amount, CGC 9.8 is going for $207. That is good coin, right? 1 year later, man. And Travis, I'm gonna circle back to what you were saying, man. People flocking back to this. The series is hitting so many home runs. You've got issue after issue that brings in a new character, brings in attention to what is going on, etc. And yeah, people do flock back to this, man. It's awesome to see. I think the book deserves all the love that it's getting. I hope people had the opportunity to pick this up. 250,000 copies on pre-orders from. I think there was enough for everybody at that point.
Yeah. So the last printing that just came out, was number 9.
The 9th printing.
Yeah, and that's not including incentive covers or anything like that.
We
are currently at the 9th printing.
I knew we were getting close to like double digit
It's going to 10, baby.
Yeah, we were in the
It's
realm.
going to 10.
Yeah, got it
Yeah.
too. Got.
I would
You
love
gotta
if
get
they
it there.
if they pulled the Transformer thing and make the gold.
The gold. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Oh, on the Absolute Batman, the logo.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I could see that happening. We'll see, man. But that 10th printing, man, is going to be something spectacular for sure. At
gonna
number
do it.
9, guys, we had Absolute Batman, number 1, with a top sale for a CGC 98 at $207. We are swinging it back into Izzy territory with this one. What do we got at number 8?
Well, what do you know? It's a Muppets cover. Amazing Spider-Man tour number 1, the Javier Garan Muppets variant of Amazing Fantasy 15, where Miss Piggy is holding on to her Kermie right then and there. This book had a top sale of a raw near mint value of $30. 7-day trend, 15%. Of course, we tracked 10 copies sold already within that time period. And it is averaging out about $19 right now. But this one was a runner-up last week. It made it to the top 10. It is number 8 today. It is a number 1. It is an Amazing Spider-Man. It is Miss Piggy as Spider-Man. This is Spider-Pig, guys. The real deal. And Lando, I love you shaking your head, man. Come on, man.
No, you know, look, I get it. They're awesome covers. They are, dude. Look, these covers are already breaking cover price. Like you're looking at raw copies at $30, man. Again, I love Muppets too, man. The kids watch Muppet Babies. They watch all that stuff, and
that song is coming back to your head, isn't it?
I don't want to, dude. It haunted me for a week. Stop it. Okay, just stop it. But it's amazing to see how much love this is getting on the aftermarket, man. Because you touch on nostalgia. You're touching on a great homage, of course, with Amazing Fantasy 15, and I mean it's a great recipe here for success. But again, one of those what I would have never seen this coming. Like to get to this level, would have never seen it coming. I maybe double the cover price, but raw near mints at $30 is very impressive for this one.
Yeah, it's obviously the iconic cover is great. Did anybody read this yet? Has anybody read Torn?
Yes, I read the first issue.
I was digging it. It wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. So I actually picked it up and was like, all right, yeah, this has been pretty cool. And I didn't have the chance to get this, and so this is one of the ones I'm missing. It's starting to creep out of comfort range for me for this particular book. But it is an awesome homage, and if I find a good deal on it, I'm probably gonna nab it up because I already have so many of them, and I feel like I'm already committed at this point. So
it's just funny seeing Miss Piggy in the Spidey costume, and not Kermit. No, Kermit ain't doing it. No,
it had to be Miss Piggy, man.
She's built like that.
Pig, man. She's the OG.
Yo, Miss Piggy's gonna be dominating a lot of the covers and possibly even this list tonight, guys. It's funny because
we have more, right? We have more Muppets this week than we did last week.
Yes, we do. Ironically, but it's funny because we were talking about it last week when we were looking at the covers that were on the list last week. We're like, hey man, there's other ones too, and here we are talking about all those other ones, guys. Because yes, at number 8, sorry, we have the Amazing Spider-Man Torn at number 1, the Javier Garan Muppets variant with a top sale for Run Your Mint at $30. 7-day trend of 15%. Travi, what do we got, boy?
Ooh, back again. We have Transformers number 1. This is the cover A of the Daniel Warren Johnson cover. This is, this has got a little bit of hype behind it too. We talked about it. The upcoming adult animated Energon Universe series being produced. So a lot of buzz around this book and a lot of buzz around its creator, Daniel Warren Johnson, right? So recently announced, this book's really been popping off. The Absolute Batman Annual number 1 did drop. We did talk about that a little bit earlier. And Daniel Warren Johnson, did a little bit of writing on that book, and so DWJ's got some buzz. I know we give DWJ his love here a lot, and he deserves the flowers. But starting to get a little bit more buzz than normal, and well, maybe not the normal, but certainly getting some now, and just not surprising with everything circling, swirling about Transformers and everything swirling about Absolute Batman. This just seems like the perfect book to show up on the top 10 again. And why wouldn't you? This we talk about this run all the time. This Transformers run was fantastic. The first 25 issues were just chef's kiss, absolute perfection. Loved them so much. So just awesome all around.
I feel like I'm doing the weekly rewind again, guys, because I feel like this is last year's list with Transformers and Absolute Batman.
Right.
But this is a modern day classic in my mind. You know what I mean? I think it's a book that is going to last for generations, especially with the animated series. The animated series done right, this book is going to remain hot. It's a fantastic cover as well. It is. You got to give credit where credit's due with Daniel Warren Johnson. He killed it with this series. His art style, it somehow worked, even though I didn't think it would. It somehow worked.
Really?
And it's amazing, man. I think it put him to the next level. He was already an up and comer at that time, and now he's like he's like the next golden boy. You know what I mean? When it comes to a guy that literally could do it all.
Yeah. The stonks are on the rise for sure.
The stonks. Dude, no, for me it was no surprise, man. Daniel Warren Johnson being on Transformers, man, is just awesomeness. The actual artwork that Daniel Warren Johnson puts out is just it's so fitting for a lot of the stuff that he's doing right now. And we'll talk about that a little later on as well. The Transformers run itself, anything Energon universe, you guys hear me talk about this weekly, how much I really am enjoying it, loving it. And one thing Daniel Warren Johnson does within the books is when it comes to the art and the fights and like the moves that take place. Like, I love the way he does that. We'll get into that a little more afterwards because there's something I definitely want to talk about on another book. But the Transformers run, man, especially with you got Kirkman behind the project, the Daniel Warren Johnson. We're gonna get an adult animated, which I'm all for. I feel like it is so fitting for this. You know what I mean? If they're gonna bring this to life, dude, animated is the way to go. It is the way to go, man. And I think Invincible really sets the bar and proves that fact. You know what I mean? Like, we saw how Invincible came out on Amazon, and it blew people away, man. I remember talking with Laura on one of the shows, and she's like, yo, I had a hard time watching that first episode. Like, that was brutal. Like, it was gory. Like, the fight scenes were very intense. I'm like, yeah, that's Invincible, man. And it was amazing. And that's what they're doing with this as well. Like, Transformers has always been on a level where, the fights are pretty intense. But I don't know, man. The way they're putting this out within this book, man, the story itself, man. All hail Megatron, guys. If you read issue 25, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just loving everything about this, and I'm so excited. I'm happy to see that people are flocking back to issue number 1, but there are so many great issues out there that, throughout this run that everybody should be picking up, man. Shredhead. Learn about Shredhead, man. I'm loving Shredhead so far.
And let's not forget the unsung hero in all this is Hasbro, because we talk about Daniel Warren Johnson, we talk about Robert Kirkman, we talk about everything with the Energon universe, but you got to give Hasbro credit for allowing this to happen.
Yeah,
sure.
They could have easily said, "Nah, we're happy where we are," but they said, "No, let's take a risk here, and let's just do something different, and let's just do what you want. Pretty much do what you want with it." And it sounds to me that they're doing whatever they want with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like Disney saying, "Hey, you can only do this, or you can only have these characters. Or only these characters could die." No, they were like, "Nah, screw it. We do what you want to do."
Yeah. That's a risk, right? Like, that's a risk with a beloved IP. I mean, right, wrong, or indifferent, and not everything that has come out of the creative pool regarding Transformers has been, unbelievably groundbreaking. But the great thing is that Hasbro was willing to take that risk and really let these guys build this universe out, and it's paying dividends. And if they're building, obviously they're making this show and they're building it around the Energon universe, I have a hard time not believing it's going to be a hit. I just don't see a lot of room to miss here, right? Yeah. Like, if they go about it the same way, and I'm not saying they have to use the same creative team that they use for Invincible or anything like that, but let's just say it's in the same ballpark. Given the subject matter, I just don't see how it's not good in some way, shape, or form. So it's just kind of suited for this. It feels like a perfect fit.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think this is only going to do so well once we end up getting it. I can't wait, man. Oh, they literally, even if they just copy paste the entire story that we're getting within comics and just give it to us in an animated form, like, dude, I think, it's already perfection. So I'm really, really excited. Can't wait for this to come out. Guys, at number 7, we have Transformers #1 with a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $100. 7-day trend of 23%. Oh, number 6. What do we got?
Put those kids away, guys, because this is the moment of the show where you get a Will Jack cover. Pop Kill #1, Will Jack the Mummy Halloween special, limited to 666 copies. I wonder why they chose that number. From Batcave Studios, this has a high raw sales of, get this, $166. We tracked 10 copies. It was the Halloween season. It is limited to 666 copies, and it's a Will Jack's cover featuring some titillating action and bandages. So we have a 7-day trend of 100% and a fair market value of $138. Man, it's hard watching this and just not getting a little blushy.
Yep. I actually just did my first aid course, and let me tell you, there's a certain bandage there that we could have done without. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say, guys.
I'm sure it exists, though.
But
you passed a first aid course?
I did, yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Listen, good Lord, what'd you have to do? Walk in?
Travis, all I'm gonna say is what they told me is, now that I'm qualified, I unfortunately have the responsibility that if something were to happen with you next to me at a convention or something, I'm responsible. I have to
let me die.
You don't want that.
I would rather die than have you hold that over my head for the rest of my life.
Oh yes. All right. Hey, it is what it is, guys. You heard it here. Back to the book, man. Pop kill, ironically. #1.
Yeah, Pop definitely killed.
Pop kill #1, dude. Will Jack. I don't know if you guys caught the interview with Will Jack and Matt and John. It was great, man. It was really cool to see. But when it comes to the covers, there was this one, the Mummy Halloween special. There was also the it was like where she's like all devilish and whatnot, which was also limited to 666 copies. Both stunning covers, and I wish I picked one up. I mean, right now it's not really easy for me to buy off of websites in the States, etc., because you know how things are going here when it comes to shipping. But
what are you buying, sir? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, such stunning covers, man. Will Jack just puts in the work, man. And hearing his stories on, how he goes about putting these covers together, the amount of time it takes, the detail and everything, man, it was very fascinating, man. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, one of the most fun interviews I think we've had on this channel so far. Was really interesting just to kind of hear the process and kind of hear some of the details about, how he goes about his work. This is a stunning cover. It's a stunning cover. I don't have a lot of covers like this. It's not really. I don't dig them. I just don't. It's 166 for a raw near mint, but. If this one was floating around and was affordable, I'm probably snapping this up because I really dig what Will Jack is doing, and just great work on the nails. The nails look great, so just awesome Awesome
Yeah.
work on the
Well,
nails and
he had
good
the
good
Vampirella cover.
good headband art. Great headband art. Solid. So
The Vampirella cover from last year. Again, we're going back to this rewind, which is it's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, Travis pointing out the obvious, right? The nails, the headband, and nothing else. But yeah,
Yep.
wonderful,
The
wonderful cover.
moon.
Love
The
this.
moon looks great.
Yeah, exactly.
might need a bandage on the face there. Looks like a little scratch on the side of the face, so might need to see about that. But otherwise, just really, really, really fantastic.
Okay, let's
work
rip
by
the
Will.
band-aid off because it is the best cover of the night. Guys, at number 6, we have Pop Kill. Number 1, Will Jack cover. This one being the Mummy Halloween Special web store that was limited to 666 copies and a top sale for around your mint, selling at $166. 7-day trend of 100%. All right, man, let's continue the talks when it comes to the absolute stuff. What do we got next?
It's like this list was just built for us tonight. Absolute Batman number 7 is coming in at number 5 with a top sale of a CGC 9.8 hitting $57. This is a 7-day trend of 39%, tracking 27 copies sold. So this is a big book. If you're reading the series, if you're keeping up with it, it's a really kind of like it's a turning point, kind of the book. Things really start to ramp up. I mean, the first arc in this series is very fast paced. It's very, very entertaining. A lot of action. The stakes go to an entire different stratosphere after this book. Like in this book, everything goes to 100 miles an hour, and it is obviously there's also a first appearance here. It's a key book, first appearance of Absolute Mr. Freeze. But it really just, once you get here, everything goes very fast and does not stop. It feels like every issue feels just like massive, every single one. And so this is a book that's starting to gain attention as kind of that turning point. And also the first appearance doesn't hurt either. Really liked the way they did Mr. Freeze in the Absolute Universe. I thought it was pretty cool and interesting. Very creepy. Yeah, so creepy. But a lot of fun. Got a great Brian Ballin variant out of it too. Was absolutely loved that. Had to pick that up too. But not surprised to see this one popping up again. I think this is all based around that the buzz from that annual, which is buzzing. There's just some hype. It always finds a way to bring people back. Just seems to be the case.
There's one thing when I read Absolute Batman, when I look at Absolute Batman, is the word cinematic comes to mind. It feels like I'm watching a TV series or I'm watching a movie come to life. Comic book writing is very much in that same world. But this feels more so, what Snyder and Dragotta have been doing with this series has been exactly that. It's been every part. It's like it's can't miss in that way, where it's like I got to check this out. I got to read this. It's not for everybody. I know people are not crazy about certain things, but I think for those that it is for, it's just Snyder's at his peak right now. He's just killing it with these issues. Batman is fierce. You have Mr. Freeze, where the characters are they're more grounded in that way, but at the same time they're still extravagant, if that's the way to look at it with this. And you weren't kidding about the Brian Ballin cover is the one I picked up because I love Brian Ballin. And damn, it looks good.
It was an immediate grab. Like that was one that I couldn't get at my LCS, so I had to actually go and try to find it somewhere because it was not there when I went in that day. So it was a must grab. But yeah, I do get what you're saying when you say like it's for a lot of people, but it's not for everybody. I understand that it is a little bit of a different flavor than we're used to with Batman. But if you kind of keep that kind of open mind and understand that it is going to be quite different in a lot of ways, you can really just enjoy the ride that Snyder is taking us on, because he is in his bag in this series without a question.
I'm surprised not a single person is mentioning the Sienkiewicz cover, like for issue 7.
Oh, I have that one too.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. I figured if anybody's gonna have it, it's gonna be Izzy.
Yeah, like that was another amazing cover for this one. But even the Miko Suyan was really nice. But when it comes to the absolute stuff, Izzy, man, spot on. It does feel that way when you're reading this. It does feel like it's something that you could see as a movie or a TV show, etc. Issue 7, when we got Mr. Freeze, dude, creepy as hell. And I remember even seeing what he was going to look like prior to the book coming out. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm going to scoop up a few copies of this. Now, it's funny, though, like I was saying, to go back to what you were saying about the TV or a movie, etc. Dragotta himself actually was saying that he would love for, I think it's the studio who handles the cyberpunk edge runners, to handle this in an animated form. I think that would be perfect, dude. Like if they were to bring forth, Transformers is doing it. If we can get an absolute Batman animated film, oh my god, dude, I would be one of the happiest geeks out there.
I think there's a possibility. I think that's a possibility they could do it. They got the Batman Ninja and that's kind of stuff. They do these Elseworld style stories. Why not eventually get to an absolute Batman? I think sooner or later they will get to that point where they said, let's just do this. And I don't know if they'll go as far as making the absolute universe, which will be kind of a banger if they did it, right?
Of course.
But
And if you
at least absolute Batman, which most likely would be the one that they would do anyway.
Yeah, if you look forward into what's happening within the upcoming issues, like I saw the cover for Absolute Batman issue 15 has the Joker in his full form, like the card, etc. I think everyone saw that cover when it came out and everybody was going crazy. Issue 14 on FOC, literally, it's some shops of yours might be able to take orders now. But yeah, issue 14 is one you don't want to pass on. But issue 16, I saw on the cover, you had Batman and you had Diana. So I don't know if that's because of DCKO or is this going to happen now within the story? Are we going to start to see, the Trinity start to come together here? Because we know it is going to happen on DCKO at some point. But when it comes to this, like I said, one thing that DC is notorious for is putting out some amazing animated stuff, whether it be animated shows, animated movies. Is really, like, for me, that's their wheelhouse, man. Like they're untouchable. I don't care what anyone says. Like all their animated stuff is really good. So if they could do an absolute Batman movie or a TV show or whatever in animated form, dude, man, I think that would be a home run. I really think people would absorb that.
I think definitely. I think the way the characters are designed in this series as well is kind of a perfect fit for an animated style because you can go larger than life, and they have certainly done that. And they've gone very far out of the realm of reality. Well, not even reality, I would say, but like they've gone very far out of the realm of like grounded. This is not a grounded series by any. Everything is epic. Everything is bigger than it should be, right? Like it just look at Bruce, and Bruce isn't necessarily all that big in this universe, but you know what I mean? So like it's kind of it kind of seems like a good fit for something like that. Whether they would do a movie or something,
right? It's self-contained. Right. It doesn't need a background that you have to do all this stuff. So sooner or later you can get to the point you already have 12 issues in. You could easily make this happen. It wouldn't be hard, and people will accept it for what it is. Because again, it's like it's its own little Elseworlds corner. You know what I mean? Maybe the absolute universe, but we all know it's Elseworlds. It's always an Elseworlds to me.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, at number 5, we have Absolute Batman issue 7 with a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $57, 7-day trend of 39%. Guys, we're at the halfway mark of the show, so make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Yes, I'll even get a little look at that going for you. But yes, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and yeah, man, enjoy the show. We hope to catch you tomorrow for New Comic Book Day. All right, what do we got at number 4, guys?
She's back, baby, and this time she has the power of the Infinity Gauntlet. Battleworld number 2, the Paco Medina Infinity Gauntlet homage with the Muppets. Look at how awesome, and Spider-Man is Kermit. So Look how beautiful this is. This is just beautiful. I'm sorry. I haven't even given you the figures yet, and I just love it. I absolutely love the fact that this exists. Mephisto is oh my god, what's his name? What's his name? His name's escaping me. Oh,
Who?
I don't
Where?
even know.
oh,
At the
who's
top,
playing?
at the top.
Scooter.
Scooter. Yeah.
Scooter is Mephisto, guys.
Yep.
And does that make Fozzie deaf?
You are so invested in this.
Well, I'm a huge Infinity Gauntlet guy, so why not, man?
So
I am too. I am too.
You know what I
well, that's what I'm saying, Lando. This is the one, right? Like this is the one. Is this the one you buy?
This is the
You
one
have
I
to
want.
buy one.
There's
It's
another
got to
one.
be this one, right? Of
Anyway.
all of them.
Let's get back to these figures before I forget. Right, we had a high raw sale of $15 with 78 copies tracked.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. At a 7-day growth of 130%. Again, you can still get this book at a really significant price. Yeah, I know, Alex, but I don't care. This is my wheelhouse, man. I have here the book that I want. Look at Rolf is Incredible Hulk in this image here too. You got Sam Captain America. You got Kermit as Spidey. You got even the old geysers there. And who doesn't love Doctor Strange Gonzo?
Ugh. Doctor Strange Gonzo looks pretty cool. I'm not
Doctor
gonna lie.
Strange Gonzo, man.
Gonzo's honestly, I love Gonzo.
Who's the surfer? It's kind of hard to see from this perspective, though.
That's Animal.
Animal is the surfer, man.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. Yeah. This is I didn't get my hands on this one. This is the one that's kind of eluded me. But it's still gettable, so it's
I will
gonna
have this. Oh
yeah.
yes, it will be mine.
I
it
did
will be
pre-order
mine.
it, guys. I'll be honest with you. So there you go. I did get this one. You know, it's funny because I feel like every single one of these has at some point come onto the list on the top 10. There was even the Silver Surfer 4 homage cover, man, where you had Gonzo as Silver Surfer, and I think it was Kermit who was Thor.
Yeah, Kermit was Thor.
They're loved, guys. It is what it is, whether we want to accept this or not. The aftermarket is really absorbing these, man. They're taking these in, they're buying them up, and as you can see, you said how many copies is he? 78?
78.
Wow.
70 years ain't a joke, y'all. You don't hang around for 70 years for nothing.
And to be completely honest with you, it's a comic book that not a lot of people are buying. Battleworld is not a high ordered book right now. So you got that going. That this was open order, but it's also a variant that you have to order kind of thing. So I'm sure shops didn't really get as many of it.
Yeah.
And dude, this is like, I went to a shop to see if they had it. He was like, "No, that thing was gone." And I'm like, I will have this book.
To answer Alex's question as to why I've pre-ordered, dude, I'll be very transparent. I've pre-ordered pretty much every cover, and what I'm doing is I order 3 copies of each because I've got 2 kids and I set aside boxes for the kids, right? I'm building their collections as well, and since they love Muppets, I do this. I'm doing the same thing for the Toy Story ones and so on. So there you go. That's where we're at. So
yeah, until they get old enough to realize that they have 0 copies of Battleworld 2 and you have all of them somewhere.
Dad, what happened to that? Didn't you say you got it for us? Like, I saw that show. Yeah, I flipped it. But no, man, it's awesome to see. Like I said, man, Muppets getting all the love, and these homage covers are rather fun, man, to see. And guys, like we were saying earlier, these books are already breaking more than double cover price over on the aftermarket. So very, very awesome. At number 4, guys, Battleworld number 2, the Paco Medina Muppet variant. Top sale, raw near mint, $15, 7-day trend of 130%. You heard us talking about this book that's up and coming at number 3 a few times tonight. What do we got at number 3, Travis?
Oh, another absolute Batman book at number 3.
Oh, this is number 2.
It does say, well, yeah.
Yeah, this is the other book.
Well,
oh, sorry.
where's number 3?
Okay, we'll go to number 3. My bad.
All right,
No,
yep.
wait. There's number 3.
There's
you
number 3.
go.
I was about to say.
I was
about to
like,
say,
wait a
this
minute,
is
that
throwing
don't
me
look
off.
right.
Yeah, this is throwing me
Yeah,
off.
Lord.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're back on track. Now we have number 3, Absolute Batman, annual number 1. This is the Nick Dragotta black and white variant. This one is getting a lot of love, right? We had 87 copies tracked, sold this week. High raw sale of $25 and a high graded sale of $65 for a CGC 9.8 with a 7-day growth trend of 202%. Amazing look at the Absolute Batmobile, which is large and in charge, just like everything else in this universe. This is a big book this week. It is absolutely blowing up. There are some fun things that happen in this book, some interesting things that happen. And you got Batman, dead center, standing on the top. It's such a cool cover. This seems to be the cover that is getting shared more and more. I keep seeing it pop up over and over again. And I don't want to spoil some of the fun events that happen inside this book. I know you will. I will choose to not spoil it, but it's a lot of fun, and there's just something that just feels so natural about what's going on inside this book. But yeah, not surprising to see this one up here, and I think this one might have a little staying power.
Yep.
I said cinematic earlier, but now I see the nice noir flavor here.
Yeah.
Which is,
I
am such a fan of black and white design, and this black and white design with the little gradations as well is mwah, as one of my friends will show.
Chef kiss.
Yeah, exactly. This is gorgeous, man. This is just gorgeous. This is like frame. Put it on your wall somewhere.
So much detail. I absolutely love it. This is one of my favorite Dragotta covers so far. Like this is such a good Batmobile centric cover, and you still got Batman hanging out on the top there with the massive Bat logo that we've come to love, and that we all were kind of like looking at when they first dropped the new Batman logo, and we were like, what is that? But yeah, it's fantastic.
I remember the first appearance of the Batmobile when it first came out. I remember reading this thing. It was New York Comic Con last year when I saw it, and I went, what the?
Yep.
So
now,
yeah,
I gotta ask you guys, since you brought it up, we're gonna start with the Batmobile. What do you guys think about the Batmobile right now in the Absolute Universe? Because I think it's a pretty badass thing right here.
It fits. Everything about the Absolute Universe is bigger than life. Everything, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't it be the biggest damn tank you could ever think of?
Yeah. It absolutely.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. It completely it fits the theme of the entire universe, right? And it's just everything's massive. I remember seeing it for the first time and having the same reaction or a similar reaction that you did. And as I'm reading and watching this, I'm just thinking to myself, like, this tracks. This is about right. This is what I would expect the Batmobile to be in this universe. The tires are bigger than a small home, just massive.
Yeah.
So last year in New York Comic Con, I had the chance to interview Nick Dragotta, and he showed me the Batmobile for the first time. No one got to see it. He had images of it already, and he says, "You want to see the Batmobile?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And at first, I was like, "Okay." Right, like nothing, right? Yeah, it's gonna be another Batmobile. Probably just have the symbol in the front. And then when he showed me the images from issue 2, I went, "What the?"
Yeah.
My eyes opened up like it was a Muppet. It was insane, man.
Yeah.
And that was like the moment for me when I was like, okay, I gotta read how the hell. And then the way it was introduced in the story was perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just, we just spoke the Mr. Freeze cover, and you saw all the snow surrounding Batman. And I look at these tires, bro, and it's tire changing season here in Canada, man. That is an expensive tire to change, man.
It doesn't even have tracks, man.
Those are expensive tires, dude. If you got to put winters on those, but what takes place within this book is amazing. Now, one thing I have to point out is I was going on social media when this book dropped, man. I was watching so many people openly come out and say, "Hey, man, I'm not even a DC reader, and like this annual was so good, and they were really enjoying it. A lot of high praises all over the place. Whether you want to call them influencers or you could call them whatever you want, but like people on Instagram, social medias, all over the place, were talking super highly about this, and rightfully so, man. This issue was amazing. I'm gonna just leave it on the Batmobile talk, because as you guys saw, number 2 we're going to be continuing with talks, and I want to continue that talk once we get to the next one. So guys, just to wrap this one up, at number 3, guys, we've got the Absolute Batman 2025 annual number 1, the Nick Dragotta variant, with a top sale for a raw near mint at $25, 7-day trend of 202%. Now let's continue that talk, guys, because what do we got at number 2?
Absolute Batman 2025 annual number 1. This is the Daniel Warren Johnson cover. This is the regular open order cover. This had a high sale of $30 with a high graded sale of $60 at a 9.8. We tracked 239 copies sold with a 7-day growth trap of 258% with a high sale of $60, $27, $30 on average. Dang, look at that, man.
Yeah. This is great Daniel Warren Johnson art right here. This is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So this is why I wanted to continue to talk with this book, because now we're going to talk Daniel Warren Johnson. You heard us talk about him earlier in the show with Transformers, but when it comes to this particular book, I believe this is the first time that anyone else is, taking over and doing the writing here when it comes to the Absolute Batman title, because we know that Snyder's been on this for the longest time, but here we have Daniel Warren Johnson taking over. And let me tell you, he brings Daniel Warren Johnson flavor to this while staying true to the Absolute Batman run. And it was so good. This was like, I want to see more Daniel Warren Johnson on Absolute Batman. You know what I mean? And not to knock Snyder, because Snyder is doing a killer job as well, but it's like, man, can we build a world where both can play with the same toy? Because it is just so good. In this, guys, Daniel Warren Johnson, when the book came out, literally like last week, people were talking about it, and Daniel Warren Johnson posted a photo on his social media, on his Instagram, and that photo, some people were asking like what it was, etc. It's actually Kenny Omega giving a one-winged angel, which is one of his moves. And in this book, Batman does that move. And something that Daniel Warren Johnson tends to do oftentimes is, fan service. He's a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. You guys are wrestling fans on the panel as well. And so seeing these moves incorporated, he does it in Transformers as well, man. You got Autobots, Decepticons giving each other clotheslines and stuff like that. Like, it is awesome to see. So when I saw that move being pulled off in this issue, I was like, oh my God, this is a deep cut, man. You are going deep on this one with this particular move. And it is throwing it back to like Kenny Omega. And that was really cool to see. And it is also awesome to see because on the AEW side of things, which is a wrestling company as well, they're doing the DCKO stuff where you've got AEW characters, including Kenny Omega, who I believe is going to be on issue 3. So this is what I mean by deep cut. It was just a highly appreciated thing on my end, being the super wrestling geek that I am. And I like seeing Daniel Warren Johnson do this, man. I really enjoy seeing him do this, where he brings that flavor into no matter which title he's on, man. Obviously, do a powerbomb. It was a dead giveaway. He's going to do Wrestling Beyond within that book. But, he still incorporates it in such titles, and it's so good. So good.
We've seen teases of Daniel Warren Johnson touching Absolute Batman with some of the covers he's done in the past. And I think just give it to him. Just, if you're not going to give him Absolute Batman, how's this for an idea? DC, Absolute Detective Comics.
Yeah, I'm all for this.
Let's do it. You know what? I'm all down with that. So, but I like the fact that he gets a chance to touch this character, especially since Snyder's, he's pretty much the sole writer of this story. This is the first time we get to see Absolute Batman outside of Snyder's writing, and Daniel Warren Johnson, he's probably one of the best writers today right now. Whenever you talk about his writing, everybody talks about it top notch. He hasn't really done anything below subpar. You know what I mean? Everything he's done has already been, everybody's reading, everybody's picking up, everybody wants to hear to check it out. And I
Yeah.
think, now that he's on a little bit of a break time, this is his opportunity to kind of like do things that he probably hasn't been able to do. And why not work on a character that, the it's open to your interpretation. You could pretty much do whatever you want, right? You just keep the essence of who Batman is, and you're okay. And I think this is an opportunity that they should take advantage of.
So one thing I'll say, and this is not the same situation, right? But and I don't like to reference past works, but Scott has some similarities from series to series, right? So in 2011, the New 52 Batman, the one that we all know very well, with the Court of Owls and everything, for that annual, Scott brought in a guest writer. Now, Scott wrote some of the annual, but he did bring in a guest writer, and it was James Tynion. And from that point, James Tynion did some intermittent writing on Batman. He took over the Talon series. He started getting more involved with things happening around the Batverse, and ultimately ended up writing Batman later on. And I hope that that's what we're doing here. Like, obviously, DWJ at this point versus where Tynion was at that point is kind of different. Like, DWJ is probably higher profile at this point than JT4 was back then, at that point in time. But there are some similarities here. Scott usually takes the opportunity to bring somebody in on an annual to do something a little different.
Yeah.
Maybe this is that kind of thing where they're kind of peppering DWJ into some of these DC Absolute books or something. Maybe even giving him that series you're talking about, Izzy. I think it would be a win, right? I don't think anybody would scoff at the idea of Daniel Warren Johnson getting a hold of an Absolute title.
No, I'd be all for it. I think everybody would be happy to see that happen. If you guys read this issue, you know exactly why. If not, I really encourage everybody to go and check out this issue because, man, it was a banger. All those poor people in front of Batman right there, my God, did they all get annihilated.
Let's be honest. They're not poor people. They deserve everything.
Oh, yeah, no, they deserve
everything they're getting right there, man.
Absolutely, man. They deserve every ounce of it. But the bone breaking, man, Batman does not hold back in the Absolute universe. It's so good. So good. Number 2, guys, Absolute Batman 2025 annual number 1 with a top sale for Ron Near Mint at $30, 7-day trend of 258%. We are taking it home with number 1 on the list. What do we got?
Bring it on home. This one has a little bit of local flavor here. Southern Bastards number 1. The book made by Jason Aaron and Jason Latour. This is the Jason Latour cover A. This is the first printing. I believe it did get a second or third printing. I know it definitely got a second printing. We tracked a high raw sale of $25 and a high graded sale of $55 for a CGC 9.8. Not crazy, right? But 54 total copies tracked sold. Why? For a book that came out in 2014? Well, Hulu recently announced that they're ordering a pilot for this series. And if you've read this series, it's kind of... It tracks. This is a series that would probably do pretty well on the screen. So this one is all spec, but it is definitely really popping off right now. And when I saw that, I just gently set my phone down and said, I'm good. I've got 10 copies of this one. I do not need to go spec this book at all.
Hey, popping off is an understatement because we're looking at 746% of a 7-day trend right there, going upwards. Izzy, man, what are your thoughts?
I don't know much about this series, but I do know Jason Aaron, and I know he's a great writer.
Yes.
And Hulu purchasing a pilot means they're going to be doing some kind of production. That doesn't mean it's just option. So when a pilot has been produced, is being done, that means we're going to get this. This is happening, guys, unless something crazy happens. I'm more concerned that what kind of series, like is it Hulu in the sense of it's a FX series? Because if it is, that sounds great. because FX does some great stuff, right? But if it's just Hulu, like general, I don't know what to think of it. I will have to wait. It's a wait and see. Like all option news, it's one of those things that it has the immediate bump. It cools down after a while until we get to see something. This is one of those books, $55 for 9.8 is nothing. So it really, it is what it is. 54 copies tracked. That's pretty good. I've never read the series. Travis, you could tell us if it's worth it.
It's a great series. It's a great series. And it had some buzz when it dropped. And there were some really, really, really cool covers that were kind of, interesting and kind of were popular at the time, but they obviously died out. But it's an awesome series. It's a series I really love. Jason Latour is kind of local to my area. So when it came out, it was noteworthy, right? Around here, everybody knew this was coming out, and he was doing the series with Jason Aaron, and obviously Latour worked on Spider-Gwen with Robbie Rodriguez and Rico Renzi. So there was some buzz behind this, and this was a book that a lot of folks around here snapped up pretty quick because it was the local guy, right? So but it's a very entertaining series. It's easy to see why Hulu would be interested in something like this. That's a good point. It's kind of like you said, is it like FX Hulu? Is it Hulu? So it is a good question. But I do think that the IP itself is definitely one that's sort of made for a TV show. I think it fits well. It's definitely worth a read.
So I read this when during the pandemic is where I really had the opportunity to look back at things that I've never read, right? And obviously via the pandemic, when we had the stop of Marvel, DC, everything, comics just stopped coming out for a little bit period of time. I was backtracking on a lot of indie titles, and one of them was actually Southern Bastards. And I was reading this out the gate, and I was like, man, I see similarities with the film Walking Tall. I don't know if you guys remember that with Dwayne Johnson, right? The Rock. He's walking around with that 2x4, just kicking everybody's ass. That's pretty much what I got reading this out the gate. And then after the story unfolds and it starts to pick up in a totally different manner, and it does not have that similarity anymore. There's one panel, man, that actually pissed me off, where I've read books, but for some reason it really boiled my blood. And I don't remember if it was issue 1 or 2, something like that, where the guy pisses on the dog, bro. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? Dude, I saw that. I'm like, I wanted to jump through the book. But yeah, man, and it's great. I don't know how to describe it. If I would say it's a that's drama type series,
it is not easy to put into a box. That's what I would say. It is definitely not an easy book to kind of classify, but it is a good ride without a doubt.
Yeah, no, all the way through from front to back. It was a very good story, man. Jason Aaron, I think it goes without saying. I'm sure everyone by now is pretty familiar with Jason Aaron. If not, man, there are so many great titles, man. He literally just handled TMNT and did a phenomenal job. So yeah, man, there's so much good to say about this, but I do agree with you, Izzy, man. Let's see which route this is going to go when it comes to Hulu. I would love to see this, of course, in a live action. It looks like we're going to get that. So this is great news. Again, another comic making its way to the big screen, television, whatever you want to call these streaming platforms. Shout out to Alex. Thank you so much for that. You really didn't have
to. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, man. Nothing but love. Highly appreciate you. But yes, I'm actually looking forward to seeing this play out, man. I just hope they don't recreate that scene, because I might jump through my TV if I see any dog getting,
It was a brutal panel, let's be honest.
Yeah, it was. Don't do that. Don't do that. Number 1, guys, Southern Bastards. Number 1 with a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $55, and it's got a 7-day trend of 746%. Yeah, buddy, that was the show, guys. We hope you had a good time. If it's your first time here or you're a regular here, guys, hit the like and hit the subscribe button. I'm having fun using this little tool right here. But guys, I want to shout out the chat, of course, for rocking with us, the live chat. Those of you catching the replay, nothing but love. Let's say our goodbyes to everybody. We'll go round the horn. Izzy, take it away.
So, like I said, hit that like, subscribe. We could hit 5,000 subscribers in the show. The more you tell people about this, the better it is for us to get some more good content out to you guys. So we ask you guys to share it out. Make sure people tell your friends about us, all that good stuff. I'm going to be hanging out tomorrow in my show. I'll do my little thing here where you guys can hang out with me and stuff like that. And of course, tomorrow you guys got chill too, right?
That's right. We're back at it. But Travis, I'll let you say your goodbyes before we plug tomorrow's show.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for having me back. This is always fun. This is my favorite thing to do on a Monday. I don't even want to watch Raw. I don't even want to watch Raw anymore. I just want to hang out with the top 10 boys. So, yeah, this has been an awesome show. This is my kind of top 10. This is a top 10 where I actually am not in the O for Abyss. I'm hanging out. I got plenty of them. I'm well in the mix here. And yeah, just appreciate the chat. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Thank you for Cover Price for letting me get up here and jaw jack for an hour. It's great. But yeah, thanks everybody. Lando, thank you for trying. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. You know, 1 hour, 5 minutes. The boys are excited to go put on their Muppets pajamas, so I'm gonna let you guys all go.
Oh, I got my my underoos.
There are some things we just keep to ourselves. I just want to put that out there. But guys, yes, don't forget tomorrow night we go live for the new Comic Book Day show. So make sure to tune in 9 p.m. Eastern time as we go through the books that are dropping this week. Yes, sir. Travis, have yourself a good night. Izzy, have yourself a good night. Chat, love you guys. Have an amazing night. Those of you catching the replay, we appreciate you. See ya. Adios.